Jay. Thank you for popping in. And there's a Tori as well. Thanks, guys. I hope you're doing well tonight. You'll have to let me know if the music is too loud. Or I suppose if you could hear it at all. See, I say that, and then... Okay, there we go. Alrighty, thank you. If that changes, or if the music is too loud or not loud enough, please let me know. I'm going with random music from YouTube again, so I might have to pause every once in a while to skip ads. I'm gonna give it until 8:10. I get going a little late tonight. I honestly was watching YouTube videos, so excuse me. Hey Coons! Thank you for popping in as well. I hope everybody's having a good night. I figure there's a couple jobs we can do tonight. I was watching the Jenny Nicholson Star Wars. My roommate was literally just watching that Star Wars Hotel video yesterday. Needed a rage break. Yeah, no, that's legit. Oh no.
Cole, he's my miracle child.
Nope. Sorry,
So
St.
how does
Jude.
your miracle.
I'm not doing ads right now. Sorry, St. Jude. Hello, Kit. Thank you for popping in. And I appreciate the bongo cat emojis, Coons. Game itself will start in just another couple minutes. It is indeed a kit. Oh, Soda, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. Please make sure to take care of yourself, get some rest, make sure you've got enough liquids. I hope you feel better. But I really appreciate you popping in. And hi, Sandra, thanks for popping in as well. I appreciate everybody, and I hope that everybody has had some form of supper or something, some sort of meal. Yeah, I would agree with Coons. Take care of yourself first and get some rest, get enough liquids, take any medication you need to. Don't push yourself too hard. Okay, well, we might as well get started. So I thought we'd do a couple of the, carnival levels today, which I don't think we've done yet. So this job is Stacy Peachy, Muckingham Recreation Ground. Psst, PowerWasher, I've just joined the traveling carnival pitching up at the recreation ground. You might have seen us? Purchased a beautiful classic carousel, but I'm worried about being outgunned by the owners of the bigger rides. It's pretty filthy. was going to clean it myself, but then I thought, what would happen if I gave her a deep clean and really made her pop? Who'd want to slowly slide down a grubby helter-skelter when we can waltz around a pristine carousel, right? Make her ping and we'll both clean up. You'll arrive in a plain van, right? Don't want the competition to get the same idea. Hi, Daisy Luna. Thank you for popping in. I hope you're having a good one. So, normally I would clean this carousel while it's running as a challenge to myself, but to prevent the possibility of some viewers getting like motion sickness, I'm just gonna stop it. But yes, this is the carousel, and I don't think I've cleaned this one yet on stream for you folks. If I have, and if it seems familiar, let me know. I can go to a different job. But I don't think I have. Because this is the first, but not the last, of the carnival rides. But yes, hi Daisy. I think first time chatter. I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. My name is Shara. I tend to do really chill, most of the time, really chill, relaxing games like PowerWash Simulator, hidden object games. Periodically I'll do terrible things with Sims. Going to try to start working art streams into my section as well. And then every Wednesday I tend to do streams of some kind with this weird fox named Kit. And a couple other friends. I don't know, just a mysterious person, a weirdo fox. Nah, Kit's the best. A very, very good fox. Sure, I probably will, Daisy. I sort of follow a limited amount of folks on Twitter, but I will definitely check out your stuff. Don't worry, Kit, you're my favorite fox, apart from our buddy Old Fox from college. Although, had any of y'all... So, my Star Wars obsession is still growing strong, and I'm pretty sure it's here to stay. And there's a couple of characters that in canon in Star Wars, like, really have like 5 speaking lines, but then the fandom just kind of grabs them and is obsessed with them for a while. And I've fallen into this pit of fanfiction in that regards regarding Commander Fox from the Clone Wars cartoon show. It's like he barely has like 2 lines in the entire show and he never shows his face. But as a result, the entire fandom looked at him and went, free real estate. My condolences on the Star Wars terminal illness. Yeah, the thing is, I've always loved it since I was a small child. Like, my public library used to have some of the extended universe books, and I picked those up at way too young of an age. I was doomed from the start. The game was rigged. The game was rigged from the start. Hey Jake, thank you for popping in. This is a little bit of a longer job simply because of all the Nitpicky stuff. There we go. Alright. Well, I'm gonna start with what I usually start with, the floor. Which is distinctly easier to do when when the carousel isn't moving. You did get to watch the new Star Wars animated series? That's fun. I actually haven't seen that yet. Been sort of limiting how I interact with canon, for fear of disappointment, mostly. But I hope you enjoyed it. I got to go back and rewatch Rebels. Rebels was probably the last of the animated series that I was happy with, or the most recent one I was happy with. But then again, I haven't watched. Well, they did kind of fuck up the Bad Batch. Every once in a while, out in the wild, I will encounter somebody who likes the Empire and thinks the Jedi deserve to die, and I'm just like, fam, you do realize that literally that is not the take you're supposed to have, in that the Empire's entire vibes are Nazis? Like, so then I just don't interact with those people. Oh, the 3D animated one, yeah. I love how, for the characters from Rebels, they keep retconning shit. Like Kanan Jarrus, the main character of Star Wars Rebels, is the Grand Padawan of Mace Windu. And so, in the show, Rebels, it gives one way that his Master Depa Billaba died during Order 66. And, then that's retconned very slightly in the comics. And there's a series of comics that are specifically for Kanan. And then it is retconned again when they do the Bad Batch animated show. So it's like, can y'all just make a decision and stick to it, y'all? I prefer the version from the comics because it doesn't just fucking shoehorn the Bad Batch in there. It's like, listen, I like the Bad Batch as much as anybody else, but don't retcon a character's whole shit just to shove him in there. Anyway, this is all to say that I've been reading too much fanfiction as usual. Oh, that you haven't watched a lot of Star Wars? That's fair. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of there's multiple seasons of the Clone Wars to begin with. And that's just the 3D animated, not talking about the 2D animated Clone Wars series that a lot of folks don't even know existed. But I'm pretty sure it came first. I do revisit canon periodically to sort of reset my mental expectations of characters and how they behaved in canon, which I think is important to do anytime you're dealing with a series like this. If you spend too much time in just reading fanfiction, I think your perception of the characters and the story gets warped. But, yeah, canon is kind of disappointing, so... But yes. Sorry for getting derailed with random Star Wars info 101 with Shara. So, back when it first came out, the first movie of the sequel trilogy, when that first came out, I went and saw it in theaters with a coworker of mine from, like, it was like a decade ago now. But she was from China and had never seen any Star Wars films. So she was kind of at sea for the entire movie. Like, obviously, if you've never seen any Star Wars before, it's kind of hard to sort of jump in and on what is actually the seventh movie in the timeline, so. I was trying to explain stuff to her, but I don't think she got it, but that's okay. She and I had a good time back then. It just makes me think about all the things that we're super familiar with, but a lot of countries are not. And vice versa. Ooh. So the sound of thunder in this song made me think, what was the weather like for you folks this past week? Because it hit 96 in Boston on Wednesday. Oh, nope.
You need to find the perfect gift. You have zero idea.
Nope, skip that ad. Yeah, it hit 96 here on Wednesday. It was kinda nuts. Especially for this type of year. Disgusting. Yeah, it's been humid here too. Although I feel like it makes a little more sense for it to be humid here in Boston because it's we're right near the ocean. But in Vermont, it's just because everything's so green, so everything gets trapped with all the foliage and shit. I assume, but with all the rivers and lakes. Yeah. It doesn't surprise me that it's humid for you, Coons. Yeah, if you're right by the lake, it would make sense that lakes or rivers, that it would be pretty humid. It's been raining on and off here. I left the house Thursday morning, and it was sprinkling on me. Oh, hey. Aw, I didn't read the graffiti before I washed it. Oh well. Knowing me, I wouldn't have been able to interpret it anyway. Are you still dirty? Yes. Okay. I have not been doing my due diligence. Yeah, I just wonder what the weather's going to be like this summer. But I guess we'll see. Even the best meteorologists can't predict everything. I think that and the math were part of why our buddy K Rose from college didn't complete their meteorology degree and change to something else. There's too much math involved with that kind of thing for me. Especially when there's so many stupid amount of variables that can change anything at any moment. Yeah, the weather patterns have been nuts. at work, I talked to folks from all over the US, and California has gotten, and even Southern California, has gotten a lot more rain and wind than usual this spring. Among other places. Oh hi, it's a Wild Brian! Thank you for popping in. You missed my Star Wars rant, but don't worry, it will happen again. This is a warning. Okay. I always hate having to try to, because there's, yep, there we go. Wonder if I can get it without having to break out a ladder. This angle is just weird. Because this, yeah. Will you let me get up on here? Okay. Working for now as I have to put my adult pants back on. Please save the next Star Wars rant for when you get back. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy them, Brian. No, mostly it was me musing on fanfiction. And how canon can be disappointing. And fandom stuff takes every single inch we get and turns it into a mile. You want to learn more about Star Wars? Yeah, Star Wars is an interesting series because it's this bizarre mix of stuff that has been carefully planned and thought out alongside stuff that makes it very clear that at certain points and certain creators are flying by the seat of their pants. You didn't really know much outside the movies? Yeah, I think my dad, growing up, really liked Star Trek more than Star Wars. But he liked them both enough that we watched the movies almost constantly. And then my public library had some of the extended universe books that I read when I was a little too young, I think. Well, not really too young for science fiction, but my reading level was pretty high when I was young. Simply because I got really bored of... It was like one of the one places I did well, is that my reading comprehensions score was good from the get-go, and I could read at a higher level. But it also meant they gave me access to the adult section sooner than they probably should have, which means I was reading like Stephen King and stuff at like 10, when I really shouldn't have been. But yes, them letting me into the adult section, or the not teenager or not child section, I guess, meant extended universe Star Wars novels. I was so upset growing up that we didn't have channels, because I really, really wanted to watch the Clone Wars animated series super badly. I did it as an adult, though. I always pictured myself as a Hutt if I was in that universe. The day I was isekai'd as a powerful space slug, but I would be the Hutt with the six-figure fashion business, and his assassins would be well-tailored bounty hunters. Honestly, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, Brian. I think that's a fun idea. I think there's maybe one singular Hutt in canon that we ever encounter that's not a piece of shit. So, the idea is not without merit. I'm pretty sure if I were in the Star Wars universe, I would not be force sensitive, given that I'm a muggle in real life. Manjuvuda, you call this aquamarine? all the hutties in the world. Just, but not using it to swear and be nasty, just using it to express dissatisfaction with fabrics and colors and makeup. I don't think you would make a bad Wookiee, Brian. Just like a big ol' fluffy boy with a nice garden or something. One of the races we don't see much in the show or in the live action, but we do see a lot in the comics, is Bothans. They're Bothans. They're like, they kind of look like bipedal cats, but not in the like humanoid anime cat person thing. In the, they actually have a muzzle and stuff. So I guess they're the one of the many Star Wars furry races, I suppose. I do enjoy the fact that whether or not it's canon, all the fanfiction writers and fan artists have like universally agreed that Kit Fisto is a hoe and spends 90% of his time without a shirt. I can appreciate that about a fan base. I'd be a Force-sensitive Wookiee, but discovered it on his own, was never taken in, just lives quietly in his woodlands, just don't fuck with his flowers. Honestly, the implication in canon is that there's a shit ton of people that never get taken in by the Order. Simply because either the way their Force abilities manifested wasn't strong or different enough to call attention to it early on. Some planets also have their own Force cultures. That much is part of canon. And then also anybody who was too old didn't get taken in. So no, that's definitely a valid idea as for a character. Just Poison Ivy Force Sorcerer, MBD. Okie doke. I hope closing the store and stuff goes smoothly, Brian. Bye for now. Oh, good. I was worried there was a section of that I wasn't cleaning correctly, but yeah. Okay. There we go. I'm just double checking, making sure all of, oh, nope, as I thought. Okay, yes, you are definitely still dirty. Okay. Well then, let's get this bit. This is a very interesting level, but it can also be slightly tedious. But, still fun enough to be worthwhile. Another part of why I shut off the machine, or I shut off. I can words. Part of the reason I shut it off is also because it plays carnival music. I'm not the biggest fan of carnival music, especially if I have the option of listening to lo-fi in the background. Ooh, if any of y'all come visit me in Boston, there's a place near me that does fried Oreos that I'd like to treat you to. They do a really good job of them. This thought brought to you by the connection between carnival music and carnival food. Fried Oreos are interesting because, like, between the batter, like, it's because they were dipped in batter, the insides, the cookie itself goes slightly softer than usual. Meanwhile, the outside is crispy because of the, frying aspect, so it changes the Oreo from being a slightly stiff cookie to something that's really nice and soft, so I've enjoyed them every time I've had them. Though as with anything that decadent, my stomach is always a little dubious of me afterward. Okay. Well, I'd like to do this little... Okay, yes. This is the bit I want to do first. Come on, I know you're not done yet. Oh, there we go. This is what I meant by, tedious. Okay, yes, there is still this one as well. What about you? You're good. Pretty sure I missed one of these other things, though. Okay. Yeah. They're not very good for you, but fried Oreos are definitely tasty. Ooh, if anyone does come visit me, I'm also gonna have to... We're gonna have to get some sundaes from one of the nearby ice cream places. They're called the Scoop and Scootery. There's a couple of them near us that we can order from, and they do these... Now, mind you, the sundaes are like $10, but they're also huge. Like, I have no physical ability to eat one of those in one setting. And they have really fun names and, like, flavor combinations. Like, I think one of them is called, like, the Fainted Pikachu, and it's like cake batter yellow with chocolate fudge and a couple other things. I'd recommend checking them out. It's the Scoop and Scootery. They're, which I guess it might be a little bit of torture telling y'all to check out the menu when you can't order from there, but it's just kind of fun to see what they have on file, or on menu rather. Like, for example, I got ice cream with the roommates last night, and the one I got was called Cream and Sugar, and it was coffee Oreo ice cream with more. There was chocolate syrup throughout, topped with marshmallow, like marshmallow sauce, I guess, and then more Oreo stuff on top. So yeah, it was interesting. I love interesting names and flavor combinations, and pretty much anywhere I go. But they're so big and so rich, I can't take more than a couple of spoonfuls at a time. Oh, I don't know if I even mentioned this to pretty much anybody but the Vermont crew. So I think it was Tuesday that I was at work, and we're in a certain area in Boston. Our window is cracked slightly because it's hot, and I start hearing this like big crescendo and noise outside. Living in the city, we're accustomed to like sirens and such, but there were so many more than normal. Plus the sound of multiple helicopters. So we were like, what the heck is causing all of this noise? Turns out President Biden was just casually in the city. All the sound was like his security detail, like the helicopters overhead and all that stuff like that. And I said to folks in the chat at work, I was like, was I supposed to know that President Biden was visiting Boston? Was I just supposed to find out while trying to figure out why there's like a whole symphony of sirens outside? So that was interesting. Didn't really affect anything with us at all, aside from the fact that we had to close the window because it was just too loud out. Okay, I should probably finish everything downstairs before I move up there. So time to do the horsies. What did you try to write on the horse? I can't even see. Oh, I can't interpret it. I don't even know if it's supposed to be interpreted or if it's just squiggles. We have county or state fairs periodically in New England, or at least the parts of New England I've lived in. And they do often have rides like this that are rented out, and food stalls and all that kind of stuff. I distinctly remember when I was very small, we had gone to one of these with a friend of the family and his children. And me and one of the other girls really wanted to go on the Ferris wheel, but not the Ferris wheel, sorry, the merry-go-round, like this. And they didn't, I guess the adults weren't working fast enough for us, because we both snuck off and like freaked out our parents big time. We got in a lot of trouble for that. It's part of why I'm grateful that I will never have children. It's like I don't want that to happen. Another time, my foot, there was a house of horrors, not horrors. That wouldn't quite work. That the exit to it wasn't, you couldn't just walk out of it. It was this giant rotating cylinder. And one of my other memories from going there as a small child is almost getting my foot stuck in like the very edge of that big rotating cylinder and almost getting seriously injured. And I have taken this to mean that I don't think I'll be going to any more of these fairs anytime soon, even though that happened like 20 years ago. I was like, where is the whorehouse story going? Yeah, no, that's fair. I just can't words. Horror has always been one of the words for me that I have trouble articulating properly. Oops. Now, the unfortunate part on these poles is that there's a certain small section of it that is not visible. Because these guys, when this thing is on, go up and down. So there's parts of the poles that I cannot get right this second. I'm going to have to briefly turn on the machine to get those bits. But in case anyone gets motion sickness, I will warn you when I turn it on, and tell you when I turn it off. Though to be fair, if you do have motion sickness, given how jerky I am with running around this place and cleaning, perhaps not the best playthrough or stream for you. Sheriff Mrs. Whorehouse was not the story I expected to hear tonight. I almost did in Toronto by semi-accident. Not Toronto. So, what? No, what? Maybe it was Toronto. We'd gone to a concert. This was when I was working and living in Vermont a year after I graduated high school. College. And a potential employer brought me to... Basically, he had a free ticket. We went to a Justin Timberlake concert. And he almost, like, poked his head into one of the bordellos as a joke. And I was like, haha, that's cute. No, we're going back to the car. And I know he was doing it as a joke to get a rise out of me. But, yeah. That was an entire situation. Sharon never means to go to these places, she just happens to find them. I mean, with my luck being the way it is, would you be surprised? I do certainly have interesting luck. I mean, to be fair, growing up, one of my best friends, the one I share a tattoo with, whose actual name is Kit, would on the regular want to visit the shops in the local towns that had a special basement or upper room for stuff that we should not have been looking at below 18. Let me put it that way. And she always, every time we went into that town, really wanted to check it out, so I had to walk alongside and just look at the selection of piercings and not think about where those piercings were going or where other things in the shop were going. It's always interesting being an ace person with that, my best friend growing up in high school was hypersexual and I was very ace. So, most of the time when she got up to that kind of stuff, like looking at stuff and all that, I had to just kind of be there twiddling my thumbs like, alright, have fun, I guess. I'll just be here. So what have y'all been doing lately for fun? I started replaying the original Hades game because I wanna refamiliarize myself with it before I start playing Hades 2. Yeah, to be fair, you've been having a bit of a time with your computer and other stuff lately, Kit. Yeah, take it easy on yourself. You know you want to, it's just, well, sometimes either you need a break or something happens technology-wise. I think my last 2 Saturday streams I didn't do because of one of them I was very tired and wanted to focus on real-life stuff. In another one, I was having technology issues. Give yourself some slack. Hey, Shara, want a joke? Sure? Oh, Jay, you're such a mood with the 201 Stardew Valley mods. I never get quite that high, but it is a struggle to not. Because I want to mod the shit out of the game, but I always force myself to be super limited. I kinda miss Stardew though. I gotta go back and replay it. It's been a while, all my mods are out of date. Kid screenshot, screenshot, okay Sarah. Kid's mental health. You poor bean, I know the feeling. Tis indeed okay to not be okay. Just, be gentle with yourself. Yelling at yourself or reinforcing stuff negatively is proven to not work. If the power of shame could force you to do things, I wouldn't live in such a messy room. Or procrastinate so heavily. On everything. Yeah, I agree with Sandra. Take it easy. You get back into the swing of it just like I will. Maybe actually time. Button. I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way to do this. Okay, there you are. Yeah, leaving it on might be the best option. Because otherwise I'm going to have to stop and start it a billion times. Yeah, no, Kit, you're doing great. Just take care of yourself. Manage your own expectations. Do not determine your own behavior and limits on what other folks are doing. Be gentle with yourself. I did not know that shush is a thing on Twitch? Is that what you meant? Okay, I think I'm done. Excuse me. Thank you. Now this is a little bit of a pain in the ass. So you put in shush and it brings up the emote. Huh, good to know. By the way, I'm not yet done because I keep procrastinating it, I haven't finished doing the setting up the affiliate stuff yet. But I'm still looking for suggestions about the various like redeemables I can do. The form changes, as I've talked about, are something I was thinking about. With a time down, or time out rather, so that I'm not rapid fire changing things. Nope, nope, nope. Ah. Nah. Well, sounds like y'all are having fun figuring out some stuff about Twitch this day. So I found out today that Stephen King's son writes and directs a lot of horror films. And I'm just sitting here like, ah yes, the apple truly did not fall far from the tree in this case. But they appear to mostly be pretty good films so far, apparently, so good for him. I don't think I'm ever gonna forgive Stephen King for the child sex scene in It. I don't think I'm ever gonna, like, not look at him with a certain amount of suspicion after that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good. That means you haven't been traumatized. Like I was when I read it when I was, like, 12. Oops. Yeah, let me just say I'm glad it's something that has never made its way into any of the adaptations. Oh yeah, before this level ends, I'll take a look at the stuff around us, because there's some fun little just, I guess, fun little details around us. Why don't I just do that now, then? There's not a ton of stuff, but, like, these, you know, the fairground stuff. Buy tickets here, hot popcorn, salty and sweet, slam dunk, Wild West, splish splash. So one of these is a shooting gallery. They're all empty, of course, but I'm glad that these are, like, details that they included. I think that's really fun. Coming soon! Hot dog. Big Nate's hot dogs. Chili dogs with 2 L's. Lemonade cola footlongs. Wild West, I'm assuming this is a shooting gallery given the bullet holes. Splish Splash is probably one of those little water gun things. Popcorn. Wild West. Space Race, release the pressure. I'm wondering if this is probably another one of those shooty games of some kind. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's a thing you can do. I knew I was looking for something specific here. Well, in almost every level, there's something interactable. Whether or not it's just one of these little dudes, or if it's something additional like those coconuts. Almost every single level has at least one gnome in it, though. Given that the gnome is kind of the mascot of the game, the same way that a beaver is the mascot of House Flipper. I remember watching a video of RT from RT Game, washing some. He did some real life power washing stuff with another streamer. I forgot, I think it was Kiwo. Turns out, as you might expect, real power washers you have to, like, you get a little bit of instruction to use.
Were you wondering where my sales
No.
at? But now you're selling with
You
Shopify.
stop that. Real power washers, you can do some legitimate damage if you point it at someone else. Unlike in this game, where it just sort of gently yeets you to the side. Sorry about that. Unskippable ads. Gotta finish going around the sides and then I'll do some stuff up here. See, Coons, that looks a little bit like a taiko hammer. Is there a drum to go along with the hammer, or just the drum, or just the hammer itself? No. Oh well. I did that to myself. Nope. Aim's good. I mean, it would make sense to just be the hammer, but it would be also a little bit funny if they had a taiko thingo too. Now, okay, yes. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, let's clean this. Aw, I was hoping I had cleaned enough stuff to not have to get fiddly. No! Poop. I'm watching you. Oh, it's because of you. Alright. Now let's see, I was headed this direction. I will say, I have never seen a merry-go-round in my life that didn't have, like, truly an incredible overabundance of lights. Like, a truly, like, to the point where it was too much. Okay, so you two, I have a little bit of cleaning up to do still. Ah. Okay, well, fortunately, it's the ones directly behind. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. Oh, good. The fact that that thing all shows up means I didn't miss too much. So that's always a good thing. There we go. Oops. I think that's, yep, bird poo. I was correct. That is part of what I'm cleaning up. last thing I have left is one of the cresting frames, and that is visible from down. Okay, yes. Oh yeah! There we go. I do always enjoy that. Carousel looks incredible. The others are going to lose it when they see it. I can practically smell all that hard cash in my hands already. Thanks so much. Now let's see. Well, if we want to be thorough, it's probably reasonable to do... The Ferris wheel by itself is going to be a very long job, but I ought to be able to do 2 of the other carnival things tonight without issue. The Helter Skelter, and let me start with the Fortune Teller's Cabin, because it is also in the fairgrounds. The Uncanny Franny. Check out my new wheels. Everyone says I could talk the hind legs off a turkey, so I'm joining the traveling fairground as a fortune teller. Got the name and now I've got the ride. Picked it up from an old lady at a bargain price online. I was the only bidder. She wasn't happy and said she'd curse me if I didn't pay her the going rate, but it's not my fault she didn't set a reserve price. It's not like she even looked after the wagon. It's covered in anything and everything you can imagine. The rest of the fairground is pristine, so please help. Of course, this job is set after we've cleaned both the Ferris wheel and the Helter Skelter. Oh shit, I forgot I have a soda. So, this is the Ferris wheel we're going to be cleaning at some point. Over there's the Helter Skelter that I'll be cleaning next. This is the merry-go-round we just cleaned. And this is our van as always. Okay. The goal as always is to clean as much of something without using a ladder as possible. I'm not doing like a challenge or anything, so I'm not going to cut out use of ladder. But I do try to keep it to a minimum when I can. So normally, if this is your first time doing the job, you get a bunch of like really cryptic texts from the person who used to own this place. He used to own this wagon. I do enjoy this very old school chest that looks like it's like pirate era. Oily grime. That's a concerning descriptor for dirt. Flaky paint. Also, difficult to see, but can you see the kitty in the ball? The cat shows up in every single level. I forgot to check for it last level, but that's where it shows up for this one. Is in the magic ball, the crystal ball. There we go. There we go. Alright. Okay, so it's the entire post, just not the base. Alright. So, some of y'all might be aware that I now work for a travel company. And we have people who also work for the same company throughout the world in different offices. The other week, we had a sort of remote, not meeting, but it was sort of a meet and greet where we could pop into the office briefly to talk with some folks that were remoting in with video chat from the office in Dubrovnik, Croatia. And at least I'm pretty sure Dubrovnik's in Croatia. I'm double thinking myself now. Anyway, so we were talking about how at that time the weather here in Boston was pretty rainy. One of the ladies on the chat just kind of turns her laptop camera and captures the view outside her window. And it's like the beach and outside walls of Dubrovnik. And I'm just like, damn. That is certainly one view to have at work.
When was the last time I took a road trip? How many national parks could I hit in 2 weeks? What about...
So that was a cool moment. Do you know how much longer I'm going to be at this company? They've got some skeevy practices that bother me some, because they remind me of my previous dubiously moral employers. But we'll see. You're good. You good? Okay, there we go. I guess it wouldn't hurt to do shit on the roof first. I usually go from the bottom up, but yeah, switching stuff up periodically ain't a bad idea. what's this? Okay, it is lichen. Alright. No. Oh, lovely. There's just mold on the door. Which, yeah, that tracks. This place doesn't precisely look like it's been, well cared for. So I was considering doing special gummies today, but turns out the entirety of my last package, due to the weather earlier this week, is now one enormous blob of gummy. And Jay is probably going to call me a coward, but I don't really want to eat part of a giant blob of things. Of THC gummy. Part of me is concerned that I'll just wake up a day or two later somewhere else. My old roommate Corey mentioned that happened to him once. Embrace the THC log, coward. Well, I mean, it is blue raspberry flavored, so, like, it wouldn't be unpleasant. But, I rather enjoy having a weekend, and I feel like, should I, consume that log, as you have dubbed it, suddenly it will be, like, Monday or Tuesday. Without my consciousness, stopping at any point along the way. I don't really want to turn on the fast forward button on my life. Though I say that, and all that stuff usually does make me is a little spacey and tired. So the other likelihood is simply that I will go to sleep until Monday. Either way, that's fast forward on my life. I don't really want to do that. Perhaps someday where I don't only have 2 days off in a row. Okay. I also don't really want to take gummies when I'm streaming because I feel like that just makes the experience for viewers not that much fun. Like, and then I get kind of embarrassed after the fact. There we go. Trying getting the correct angle to clean this like very specific spot can be a bit of a pain in the patoot. There we go. All right. No. Damn. Oh well. There we go. Now, part of the problem with this is that this flat area is its own part, and so is this raised trim. And that is the case for the entirety of the thingo here. Any trim is usually its own object to clean. Welcome back, Brian. I take it that closing the store went well. Oop. Okay, good. These are both clean. Found out a corker plays WoW. Oh, that's fun! Maybe y'all can play a little bit together sometime. Or if nothing else, at least talk about it. It's nice to have stuff in common. Aw, that's really nice then. Well, good. I'm glad. Let's see. Platform is good, staircase is not, mostly because it's got a lot of little fiddly places. There we go. And unfortunately, I do have to break this guy out. There we go. Can't hurt. I'm still gonna have to get up there because... Oh, never mind! I was gonna say, usually I would have to get up there because the trim being a separate object from the rest of it makes it a bit of a pain, but luck was on my side that time. There we go. That is the part I was looking for. There we go. There we go. Oh, did it get the trim? Nope. Still dirty. Oh, wait. Now I did! Yay. Makes stuff a lot easier in the long run. The back, I'm gonna tackle after. It's a pain. Yeah, I guess I'll do the sides. I actually really like this middle divider thing. I think it's a cool design. Because tarot cards. Now, I don't know how much these are, obviously that one invokes the sort of the chariot. I don't know how so I think these are just, I don't know how much these have to do with real life tarot or fortune telling cards at all in general, so. Or if there's something that are like an Easter egg for the game. Either way, I like the designs. Can I please? Thank you. Weird angles. This isn't. No, this is definitely part of the song, but it's kinda random. I'm so confused by the inclusion of this stuff in the song. I'm gonna do the other sides, then I'm gonna tackle the wheels. Well, this is an interesting song. Kind of fun. You know, if it weren't licensed, one of the things I would really love to listen to is, during these streams, is God is an Astronaut. If any of y'all have ever heard of them. Very, very interesting and fun band. I forget what the genre technically is called for that. It's in some ways similar to lo-fi, but like, it's not the same thing at all. Some of the vibes are similar though. Yeah, I'd have to look it up what it's considered, but yeah, God is an Astronaut. Some of my best studying music back in high school, in college. Rocket ship by a lunar? There we go. Ah! That's where all the dirt is, up on top. There we go. About you. Okay, where is the dirt on you? There we go. And... ah. There we go. That last song had a click sound in it that I didn't think was part of the song for a second. Yeah, I noticed. I think I subconsciously noticed that too. looking for the click and then I realized, yeah, that's fair. Part of the problem is, in some of these positions, yeah, it's kind of tight trying to get the room to do anything in these spaces. Yep, trim, yep. Figured as much. The upper trim is gonna give me grief. Let me grab this. There's that. Now, what about that side? Nope, alright. Okay, there's some part of this big old wooden thing out here that's still dirty. This is... oh! I guess it's right here. I was gonna say, that's usually a kind of a pain in the ass to find. And I kinda didn't realize that this was an object too. The Uncanny Franny. Water divination. As with most other things in this game, there's always something water related. There we go. Alright, well, time to find all the little bits and pieces I missed. Ah! Well, this is a start. I wonder if part of what I missed was part of what's in this little section here. There we go. Oh, I saw something. There we go. This trim. There we go. Okay, so this is still dirty somewhere. Did I get it? Oh no, it's this bit. Is the dirt coming from inside the house? Yes, it was. Okay, so this is also still dirty, it seems. Oop. This roof trim and... there we go. Ah, so the trim is fine, but the... Okay, there we are. That's what I was missing. Okay, so that is also... Now what? One of the shutters. Okay. Skylight roof trim. Well, the skylight is this guy, so... I see. Is that... Okay, that is part of the same thing. There we go. Well, for that one anyway. Also, don't worry about the volcano in the distance. It's fine. It's totally fine. Don't look at it. Okay, so this one, that's weird. This is a separate part then. And window frames. Okay. Chimney, which the sky. Roof decoration. Oh, these guys. Or one of these guys? Oh. Whoops. Oh, I could almost get up. Are there decorations on this side? No. This doesn't count. Clean that. Clean that. Oh, it was this one. And then bay window supports. So I assume... Yes. And... you. Nice! Wagon looks great. Thanks so much. Mind how you go, eh? So I was considering doing the Helter Skelter. But that and the Ferris wheel are really long jobs. And I'm gonna be 100% with you guys. I don't really have the energy for that tonight, and cleaning stuff doesn't sound like it just doesn't sound like a lot of fun to my brain right this moment. So I think this might be... I know this was a short stream, but I think this might be it for me for tonight. Just because I'm tired and I'm just really not feeling up to doing too much more. So I do apologize. But, I hope folks did have fun. Yeah, thanks everybody for popping by. I know it was a short one. I'm gonna try to do a longer one for next week. And, yeah, depending on how my energy goes, we'll see how things go for... I'll probably stick to the two streams a week thingo, one on the Wednesday stream with the crew and a Saturday one, and next time I will definitely try to go for longer. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you, Sandra. Thanks everybody else for popping by. It really made my night. Does anybody have a specific person they would like me to stream, or to like me to raid tonight? There's two folks I follow. I don't follow a ton of people yet, but there's two folks I'm following right now that are streaming. One of them is The Alchemist. I haven't seen many of their streams yet, but they seem pretty fun. The name of their stream is Reveal Stream Noctus Adventure 2. And then there's Squiggly Elf, who it looks like it's their birthday and housewarming party, and they're playing Among Us. Which of these sounds like a good idea to you folks? I might bother Squiggly Elf, because if nothing else, I have enjoyed what little of their streams that I've seen so far, and I say they because I can't remember their pronouns off the top of my head, but they seem nice enough. It's their birthday, so if I think I will go ahead and raid them, make sure to wish them happy birthday, and consider seeing some of their other streams. Let's see. Now I gotta remember. Squiggly. Don't mind me, just struggling with basic Twitch stuff. Trying to make sure I'm typing stuff wrong. Alright, I think I'll what? Did I do it correctly? Alright, I think I did. Okay! Well, thanks again, everybody, for popping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Until we talk again, take care of yourselves and each other. And let's go. Let's go wish happy birthday to Squiggly. Here we go!